Hello lovely people of YouTube, and thank you for tuning into this video. So it's another one on the Woovebox. This one I had planned to do at some stage in the future, but I had a comment on one of my other Woovebox videos the other day, somebody asking if I could do a video about the Bluetooth connection and getting stuff on and off the Woovebox. So I thought I'll do that one now. So fairly rough and ready this one. I'm just doing the thing straight through my phone. So hopefully it's watchable. Okay, so I think one of the things that I'm not a huge fan of with the Woovebox, there's not many things I'm not a huge fan of, but getting stuff on and off it is a bit of a nightmare in terms of uploading samples, and basically just any kind of like firmware updates and all this kind of thing. So first thing we've got to do is let's just turn it on in Bluetooth mode. So you've got to hold down the number 1 button, turn it on. It will say boot BT, so that means we are in Bluetooth mode. Now, I've tried to get this to work on both a Windows 10 laptop and a Windows 11 laptop. It was having none of it. It literally would not work. I've spent hours and hours just doing it like this, trying various different things and following all the guidance on the website. Nothing. Okay, I got it to connect. The laptop recognized it, connected it up as Bluetooth, but in terms of making that connection to transfer the stuff across, it was having none of it. So tried an iPad, failed epically on that one as well. I think with the laptop ones, if you get the extra, if you buy the little Bluetooth WIDI device thing, then apparently it works quite well. But that's another like 50-60 quid, and yeah, you know, I don't really want to have to pay out another 50-60 pounds just to get stuff on and off here. I then tried it on my phone, which is the one I'm recording on here, this one here. So this is a Samsung S21 Ultra. It connects up okay, but as soon as I try and upload a file, the connection just stops, it just freezes, doesn't work. So the only way I've managed to get this to work is I've got an old Huawei phone here, which is a Huawei 10 Lite or something, I don't know, but this one does work. So let's do, oh look, there's my doggy. Oh look, there's Freddy, bless him. So let me just clear a bit of stuff off here first of all, just to make it straightforward enough of what we're doing. Okay, so I've just closed some tabs down on there because it makes it a little bit easier to work. So first job is, and again, I've not tried this on an iPhone or anything else. I think, again, reading from stuff on the website, that more recent Samsung phones and Android phones don't work very well. I've tried all the guidance on that. There are different things you can try and get it to connect and stay connected, but I couldn't do it. This is the only one that seems to work. So first thing you gotta do is obviously make sure your Bluetooth is on. And we're going to go to Bluetooth settings, and I'm just going to turn this off and on again, because first job is we got to try and pair it. So I'm going to turn this off again, because I've normally have this paired, but I've just got rid of it so I can do the whole thing from scratch just to show you. Okay, so I've done a scan. It's come up down there, so we're going to click on that, and then that should be paired. Let's try it again. Okay, so now it's paired. Now it's not connected yet. Okay, it's paired. We've got to pair it first. What we're then going to use, the one I use to connect it up, is this MIDI BTLE. So it's Bluetooth, whatever it is called. But if you just go to Google Play and search MIDI BTLE, you will get this app. It is free. Okay, so once we get here, we're going to click Start Bluetooth Scan, and it should appear here. Now, if it doesn't appear, just turn it off and on again, reboot it in Bluetooth mode. Sometimes you've got to restart it. So if we click on that, now often it takes a couple of times. I don't know why. Sometimes it takes a few times to connect. So let's do the Bluetooth scan again. Woovebox is still there. Okay, not worked again that time. Let's just stop the scan. Okay, we're now connected. You can see it flashed up on there saying BL Connect. So now we're connected. Okay, next step. Okay, so we're going to go to the Chrome browser. I've already got it in here from a previous one. So we're just going to search for Wooveconnect. You do need an internet connection for this bit. Okay, and then it'll come up with, this is the first one you want Wooveconnect. Okay, Now it comes up with this first of all. And this is the bit that threw me out for ages because I thought, well, why is it not there? So it is obviously connected now because you can see it's appeared on there and it's shown up on here. If that doesn't happen, what you need to do is go to your tabs. There'll be a second one here because as well when you're on this, this is just like mirroring what's happening on the Woovebox. So obviously if I go to that, you can see it's showing you all these various things. If we go back to song mode, basically what's happening on there is happening on here. But it's like, well, how do I get stuff on and off it? So what you got to do is go to your tabs and there'll be another one here. And this is to do with your connection thing. So when you've clicked on that, it should say connected and it will tell you that you're on the latest firmware or not. If you're not on the latest firmware, it will say you're on this one. This is the latest one. You just click on that and then it will do its update thing. Now, very often, and I found this seems to be working a lot better since I've recently updated it. Often it'll come up there saying not connected and asking for like MIDI permission to connect. Now, if that happens, if you look up on here, you've got these two little lines and circly things on the settings on there. If you go to here and go to permissions, because sometimes you've got to reset it, okay, and it'll be pop-ups and so on and all that. If you reset permissions, okay, and then just refresh the page, if it wasn't connected, it'll say requesting MIDI access and then you allow it, okay, and then it will be connected. So once you've got that, you're good to go. Now straight away you can see we've got Bluetooth lost and it's saying disconnected. So let's refresh it. Okay, so let's try that again because sometimes this keeps happening. Oop. Okay, often what I find is if that happens, just turn this off and on again. It is a little bit flaky with the connections. Okay, we're going to boot it up in Bluetooth mode. We're going to refresh the page. Okay, so it's saying requesting MIDI access again. It's not connecting. If that happens, first thing to check is go back to your MIDI thing, okay, and it's disconnected from there. So always check that you're connected on that one because that often is a thing where it doesn't stay connected for whatever reason. Let's go back into here. Okay, refresh the page. Okay, so we're still not connected. So if that happens, what I tend to find is just start it all up again. So you can see how much of a bit of a pain this is. Sometimes it works all the time. Sometimes it's just like, nah, I ain't doing that for you, mate. Okay, so let's go back onto Wooveconnect. Okay, now if it says pop-up blocked, you want to show that because we need to have that second page in there. Okay, so you can see it's not connected. It's not showed the stuff up on the screen. So if we go back to that one, okay, we're going to refresh that page. And still we've got no connection. Okay, so next job, let's go back, check we're still connected on here. Yes, we are. Oh, there we are. Sorry, I refreshed too soon, so that's appeared. Now it's going to be one of these that we've got to go to. There we go. And now we're connected. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not going to edit any of that out because I want you to see how kind of fiddly it can be. So let's say we want to put a sample onto here from here. All you got to do is just click on this message and it will take you down here to your browser. So if I go to my files, I've got a few samples and things in here. So let's say I want to put this vocal phrase on here. I would just click on that, select it, and you'll see it saying uploading, and you can see it's receiving. Numbers are going up here. And then it'll get to 100, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll go all the way through. And then what it will do is it will put that sample into a new sample bank. You can see it stopped, it's put it into sample bank 8, because that's my next empty one, and it's going to put it into there. Not entirely sure what happens if you've got stuff on all the sample pages. I've not got to that stage of doing that yet. So we need to go back to song mode on here. What it will do is it will tell you how much free space you've got left on that sample bank, and then it'll go back into song mode. So if I want to get a song off here to like put on into Ableton or whatever, or to export or to give to somebody, we're in song mode. We're going to press the context menu. Okay, and oh, hang on, I didn't get the context down. What am I doing? Got to get it pressed. There we go. Okay, we're going to go dump song. This is a fairly simple song, so it shouldn't take too long. And then hold that down. And you can see it says transfer in progress, and that was pretty quick. It's a dump done. I've already downloaded this, so I will download it again just so you can see how it works. And it'll ask you permission to download multiple files. Okay, download is complete. So if I now want to find those files, obviously it depends on where you put it in your phone. On mine, it's on Files. So you can see it's now got these two here. So it's downloaded 2 files. You've got the sysx file, which is all the song information. And then it also downloads you basically a bounced down version of the song in WAV format. So you can just use that to play and mix and various other things. So if I wanted to re-upload this song, I would just go through the same process of being on here. Okay, so let's say I want to move that to a different song. We're connected. I would go to the browser. I would find that song, which is that one. Okay, and it will upload it there, and it started playing it for me straight away. And that is the song. So stop. So that's basically it in terms of like connection stuff. It's going crazy. I can't stop it for some reason. There we go. Managed to stop it. I've not looked actually at whether you can separate exporting stems or not. I've done a mix. That's something I will have a look at and have a think about and try and cover that in another video. There is, if you have a song, let me just go into my files browser again just to show you this. I exported one earlier that had samples in it. So you get various different files. So that was this one. So that was the song sysx file. I was then using 3 sample kits, so USB, user 2, 3 and 4 with the samples on there. And was that part of it? That was all part of song 7. So yeah, it exports all the sample kits for you separately. And I assume I'm not sure if it does it must keep the samples within those as well. So if I was putting that back in, I would have to import all those separately. I think that's correct. I'm not sure, but there we go. Hopefully that's of use to some people who've had some connection issues, but you know, it's only working on the old phone at the moment. So fortunately I kept this phone because I nearly got rid of it, and glad I did, because if I was just using my S21, I wouldn't be able to get stuff on and off. So I'm fingers crossed for a future firmware and an update on here is that they can do these transfers over USB. Would be an absolute game changer if you can just plug it into your computer, see the contents of here, and just drag and drop stuff backwards and forwards into different sample users, and all that would be absolutely brilliant. So fingers crossed that's something that would come in the future, because the MIDI out as well works really well. I've tried the MIDI Bluetooth in. Again, it's not very reliable, I think, without spending that extra bit on getting the Bluetooth dongle bit, which I'm reluctant to do because I don't want to, basically, because I don't have to spend anything extra. Apart from that, I absolutely love the Woovebox. It's the thing I've used most this year, and it probably gets my award for the best bit of gear I've had in 2024 in terms of like the most portable Groovebox in the world. I use it all the time. It goes everywhere with me. So hopefully that's of some use. What I will be doing over the next few weeks is I'm going to put some of my songs up on my Patreon account for any of my subscribers up there, so you can download those, put them on here, and you can see how I've put stuff together, and it's a good time to practice getting stuff on and off again. So good luck getting stuff on and off there. If I do manage to work out how to get it to work on more recent operating systems like the Samsung phones, I will do a follow-up video. But yeah, so usual things, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button. If you want to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon. Links to that are in the description below and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.